and thank you for joining us on our Benivan adventures. We've just had a wonderful 2-week break in Normandy in France, stopping on the French Aire de Camping-Cars. And we thought it might be helpful, useful for anyone that's thinking of going to France and not used airs, to show the airs that we've been on. We've been on some really small ones and been on some that have been huge. Some have no facilities, some you pay for, some you don't pay for. So we put a video together of the airs that we've used in this trip in Normandy. It may also be useful for those of you who have been to France many times and thinking of visiting places that we've been to this time. You can have a look at the airs and see what they're like before you go. We hope you find the video useful. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, it's free to subscribe of course. Subscribe to our little channel to help it grow. So for the time being, thanks very much, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
All the airs we used this time, we're giving you the what 3 words location. First up is the Aire at Calais. Let's take a look around this Aire de Camping-Car at Calais. This air has just over 100 places. Entrance is barrier controlled and operated through a Flotte Bleu terminal. You enter your vehicle details and pay by card. For us it was €11 a night. This air has excellent facilities. There are 4 motorhome service points. Each has a drive over grey water drop, a black waste or toilet disposal point that also had free water to rinse, and a good drinking water supply which costs €3 for 100 litres. Bollards take cash but also tokens which you can buy from the terminal, and as we've come to find in France, there's plenty of rubbish disposal and recycling. To get out of this air we need a number.
And you need to crouch down.
And we've got to get down a bit. Touch the script on for a few seconds. Into your personal code. Nothing to pay. There we go, sorted. Right. Our second air of this trip is one of our old favourites at Boulogne-sur-Mer. This air is right on the side of the cliffs at Boulogne. Entry is through a barrier, but as we were there at the end of October, the barrier was open and we assumed it was free. You normally pay at this payment kiosk, put your card in and it gives you a ticket for 24 hours. As I say, we thought it was free because all the barriers were open. The normal price is €8.70 for 24 hours plus 45 cents tourist tax. Although the parking machine wasn't working, we did have a representative of the commune come round and collect the money. There are plenty of parking bays, but the majority you will need ramps because they are on a slope. There's a grey water drive over drain for your motorhome. There's also water, toilet drop and electricity on the bollard, and there's also plenty of recycling and litter bins. We had a lovely night's sleep here at Boulogne on one of the more flatter pitches. Our next air was further down the coast near the Baie de Somme at Le Crotoy. There are 2 airs at Le Crotoy. This one is at the Marina. The Aire is barrier controlled. You drive up to the barrier. There are automatic number plate recognition cameras that take your vehicle registration number, and then you just drive through. The first hour is free, then it's €9 for 24 hours with a maximum of 3-day stay. When you leave, you put the registration number into the payment terminal and then use your card to pay. You can also use the Flowbird app. Services, you have a drive over grey water, there's a toilet drop, fresh water, and you can also get electricity, which is €3 for 3 hours. The freshwater connections here are slightly different. It's the first time we needed a male-to-male connector. The parking at the front of the Aire, you get lovely sea views over Le Crotoy. Right. Our next night was at Sant-Valery-sur-Mer. It's more of just a car park. The original Aire's book said there were over 40 spaces, but when we got there were only 6. There are no services, but fairly flat, it's free, and right next to the sea. From the coast, we moved inland down the River Seine to La Bouille. This Aire at Bouille is just a car park. There are no facilities, but you are allowed to park for 24 hours. It is free to park. Park right next to the River Seine and within walking distance to the village centre. The Aire at Pont de L'arche is probably one of our favourites on this trip. Right by the River Seine, you're only a few metres away from the town centre, with its boulangerie, bars, cafes and shops. The Aire itself, as I said, is right next to the River Seine. There are fresh water supplies which have to be paid for by an app on your phone. We had difficulties downloading the app. There are Elson points or black water waste, and there's a drive over grey water motorhome service point. Between April and October, this Aire de Camping-Car costs €8 for 24 hours, which is paid for at the campsite next to the Aire. Outside those times, it's free. Our next stopover isn't an Aire or even a park up. We stayed on a campsite at l'Île des Trois Rois. The weather forecast had been for gale force winds and heavy rain, so we plumped for a campsite for security. The pitches were large and with 16 amp electricity. They got excellent motorhome service point with a drive over grey waste, an Elson point and fresh water. We've made a separate video of a campsite review which you can find in our playlist. The benefit of this site is that it's overlooked by Chateau Gallard, which is well worth the visit. The Aire at Montrueil-sur-Mer is another free small Aire. There are 8 parking areas which are hard standing, separated by small grass hedges. There is a service point which costs €2 for fresh water and black waste disposal. There are also public toilets. We use this Aire for our return journey for our animal health certificate and use the vets in the town, which is only 50 metres from the Aire. There we go. That was the final part in our Normandy adventure. We hope you found the series interesting. Hope you enjoyed them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
enjoyed our video, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell for our next Benivan adventure. If you would like to follow our travels, we're on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, and you can read our van diaries on Blogger. Thank you for supporting our little channel. Please subscribe, like and share. It will help our channel grow. And we'll see you next time on our Benivan adventures. It might be, and we thought.
We did. we thought. We had to think.
It's been raining all day, but we're trying to. But we're going to. We've got to get some. No,